Hello dear students, welcome back to VHS e-learning classes. In our today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the abnormalities of placenta and umbilical cord. In my lecture number 14th of OBG1, we had discussed in detail about what is placenta, its function and how the circulation of placenta happen. So our today's lecture, we are going to discuss about its abnormality. So under the abnormalities, before going to deeper into the abnormalities of placenta and umbilical cord, let's discuss in a brief about what is normal placenta. We all know that the shape of the normal placenta is either it is round or oval in shape, and its diameter is 15 to 25 centimeter with weight of 500 gram at term. So 500 gram weight of placenta is at term with the thickness is 3 centimeter, and we all know that there are two surface of placenta. One is maternal and second one is the fetal. So under we all know that the fetal surface is the shiny gray, and it is why it is shiny due to the presence of the vessels, that is amnion and the chorion. And whereas the maternal surface, which is formed like the 1/5 of the placenta is formed from the maternal surface, which is formed from the decidobacillus, and its color is dark maroon. And two very important questions. These questions are important for the Viva point of view. Like if we all want to store the placenta, so we can store it at 4 degrees Celsius for 4 to 6 days. And for any kind of the histopathological examination of the placenta, we can fix it with 10% of formalin. So now moving forward about the abnormalities of placenta. So first we are going to discuss about the abnormalities of placenta and then about abnormalities of umbilical cord. And first abnormality of placenta is abnormality in the size. Like from the name it is clear, size. Size क्या हो सकता है? चाहे बड़ा हो सकता है चाहे छोटा हो सकता है. So simply the placenta can be a large in size or it can be a small in size. So first we are going to discuss about the placenta large in size, which is also called as placentomegaly. Like few of the abnormalities of the placenta we can see on the ultrasonography. So ultrasonography we can see that there is a more in thickness of the placenta. Like in the second trimester, the thickness is more than 40 mm or more than 4 centimeter, and in the third trimester it is more than 6 centimeter. So when there is a more than expected thickness of the placenta, it is called as the placentomegaly. Placentomegaly means placenta is large in size of the placenta. So what are the causes? What condition causes this placentomegaly or the increase in the size of the placenta? So the first abnormalities are diabetes, maternal diabetes. It plays a very crucial role. Like we know that the diabetes, you all know that in diabetes there is a increase in blood sugar. We all know that what is diabetes? Increase in the in diabetes there is increase blood sugar. So there due to the increase in the blood sugar, this excess of glucose, sugar is basically glucose, this excess of glucose is going to pass to fetus. मदर को डायबिटीज थी, एक्सेस लेवल ऑफ ग्लूकोज, वो क्या होगा? बच्चे को पासन होगा. एंड देन देयर इज अ passage of the excess of glucose to the fetus. We all know that glucose is a hyperosmotic substance, so it will lead to the edema of placental barrier and chorionic villi. प्लेसेंटल बैरियर आप लोगों को याद होगा, जहाँ पे एंड जो प्लेसेंटा के एंड वाला पार्ट, यहाँ पे सभी ऑक्सीजनेशन एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस हैपेंड एट दिस प्लेसेंटल बैरियर एंड कोरियनिक विलाई. सो इट विल लीड टू द एडीमा ऑफ दिस प्लेसेंटल बैरियर एंड कोरियनिक विलाई. अब उसका एडीमा हो चुका, सो एडीमा इट विल लीड टू द inefficient exchange of gases. So gaseous exchange will affect in this condition, and it will lead to a condition of relative oxygen deficiency. जब अच्छे से हमारा exchange of gases नहीं हो रहा है, so it will lead to the state of the oxygen deficiency, and which will lead to hypoxia. So to compensate this hypoxia, there is a proliferation of villi. Proliferation of villi होगी, which will lead to the large in size of placenta. Okay, so first reason is clear. Second is another reason is maternal anemia or the fetal anemia. Same like we know that as there is anemia, it will lead to the hypoxic condition, which will ultimately lead to increase in the size of placenta. And apart from it, we all know that the fetal hydrops. Fetal hydrops is like when there is accumulation of the fluid inside the body. So when there is a fetal hydrops in the fetus, or either it is a congenital syphilis disorder present in the child, both these conditions will lead to the large placenta or placentomegaly. So when there is a like, if on the ultrasonography we came to know that there is an increase in the thickness, मतलब placenta का size बढ़ा है, so we cannot directly treat. अगर placenta का size बढ़ा है तो हम directly कुछ treatment नहीं कर सकते, but we need to rule out the cause. ये चीज़ important है कि भाई कॉज को रूल आउट करो कि किस कंडीशन के कारण ये प्लेसेंटोमेगाली हो रही है. ओके. Now for another is a small placenta. We are discussing about the abnormalities of size. First हमने कर ली large in size. Second is a smaller placenta. So there are some condition in which the placenta becomes small in size, like in the IUGR or in the preeclampsia. Like there is preeclampsia is increase in the blood pressure, which will lead to the placental infarct. So placental infarct, अच्छे से blood supply नहीं गई, so it will lead to decrease in the size of the placenta. Then there is aneuploidy, like any kind of trisomy in the child, or intrauterine infection. So all these conditions will lead to the decrease in the size of the placenta. So usually the decrease in the size is diagnosed after delivery. जब हम placenta को बाहर निकालते हैं, then we can came to know that, oh, the size of placenta was smaller. So this was the first abnormality related to the size. Second is another very important abnormality, that is succensurate placenta. So here in the diagram you can say that this is succensurate placenta. So what happens in a succensurate placenta? There is a presence of, in succensurate placenta, there is a presence of accessory lobe, and it is attached to placenta. So this accessory lobe can be a one lobe, it can be a two lobe, or it can be a small in size, or it can be a big in size. So that is succensurate placenta. And this accessory lobe is connected to placenta by leash of vessels. Like you can see here in the diagram, this is our accessory lobe, and it is connected to the main placenta by this fetal vessels. So that is called the succensurate placenta. So in the succensurate placenta, so first, before complication, I'll tell you one very important thing related to it. Like if there is succensurate placenta, we have delivered out, the placenta is out, but the lobes remain inside. Like in some conditions, see, हमें पता ही नहीं था कि देर वॉज succensurate placenta. हमने क्या कि डिलीवरी की प्लेसेंटा बाहर निकाल दी, वी वर ओके कि सब नाउ इट इज डन, बट वी वर नॉट अवेयर दैट देयर वॉज वन एक्सेसरी लोब विच इज प्रेजेंट इनसाइड द मदर बॉडी. सो जब ये एक्सेसरी लोब अंदर रह जाएगी intentionally or unintentionally, so if it is big in size, so अगर ये big in size है, so it will interfere with the uterine contraction. तो uterine contraction नहीं होगी. अगर आप लोगों को याद हो, लेबर जब हमने फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड से सब में किया था कि भी contraction is playing all the role from the initiation of the labor to till the control of the bleeding after delivery. It is all the contraction, uterine contraction, which is playing a role. So जैसे placenta, अगर ये लोब का साइज बड़ा है, ये अंदर आएगी, so it will lead to ineffective uterine contraction, and ineffective uterine contraction which will lead to the primary PPH. Primary PPH matlab within a 24 hour there is a bleeding. And if this lobe is small in size, इसका साइज क्या था, छोटा था, सो इमीडिएटली ठीक है, वो कुछ ज़्यादा इफेक्ट नहीं देगा, बट आफ्टर द 24 hours it will lead to the bleeding, severe maternal bleeding. So the complication of, so in short, the complication of this succensurate placenta is, number one is PPH, which can be either primary PPH and secondary PPH. आपको concept clear मैंने करवा दिया. Second, it can lead to the placental polyps. अगर छोटी लोब अंदर आएगी, so in long term it will lead to the placental polyp. And third is subinvolution of uterus. Involution is decrease in the size of the fundus of uterus, like it is coming to the pre-pregnant state. अगर कोई चीज अंदर है, चाहे it is a placenta, either it is a cotton, कुछ भी रह गया अंदर, so इन्वोल्यूशन को वो रिटार्ड करेगा, जितनी हमने एक्सपेक्टेड इन्वोल्यूशन की थी वो नहीं हो पाएगी. सो इट विल लीड टू द सब इन्वोल्यूशन ऑफ द यूट्रस. सो नाउ द मैनेजमेंट ऑफ दिस succenturate placenta, first is by the DNC, by the dilatation and curettage, and another one is the exploration of the uterus. हम विल ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट द कॉज फॉर दिस PPH कि क्यों हो रहा है और हम उसको ट्रीट करेंगे. सो सेकेंड एबनॉर्मेलिटी क्लियर, सक्सेंचुरेट प्लेसेंटा. And third is a extracorporeal placenta. So extracorporeal placenta, when the fetal side of chorionic plate is smaller than fetal side of maternal साइड. वी ऑल नो दैट ना, आप लोगों को याद होगा जब प्लेसेंटा हमने डिस्कस किया था कि इसकी दो साइड होती है. जो टुवर्ड्स अ मदर इट इज अ, वी कैन से दैट इट इज ए मैटरनल साइड, एंड अनदर वन टुवर्ड्स अ फीटस इट इज कॉल्ड एज द फीटल साइड. सो इन द एक्स्ट्राकोरियल प्लेसेंटा क्या होता है, जो फीटल साइड है वो छोटी होती है एज कंपैरिजन टू द मैटरनल साइड. सो याद रखना, एक्स्ट्राकोरियल मतलब मैटरनल साइड इज बिगर देन द fetal side. So this extracorporeal placenta is of two types. First is the circumvallate and second one is the circummarginata. So first we are going to discuss about the circumvallate placenta. So in the circumvallate placenta, what happens is when the fetal side of placenta is surrounded by a thick ring. यही सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, सराउंडेड बाय अ थिक रिंग ऑफ मेम्ब्रेन. एंड एक्चुअली बेसिकली व्हाट इज दिस थिक रिंग? दिस थिक रिंग इज एमनियन एंड कॉरियन ओनली. सो जब फीटल साइड प्लेसेंटा की सराउंड की बाय अ थिक रिंग क्या है हमारी? एमनियन एंड कॉरियन. एंड दिस एमनियन एंड कॉरियन आर surrounded by itself like a at the leash of vessels. They are just overlapped over each other. So that is called as the circumvallate placenta. So normally what happen is, Radhi, see, this is our maternal side and this is fetal side. So maternal side is expanded as much as you can see in a diagram, but the fetal side is just limited to this side. Usually क्या होना चाहिए था, ये जो fetal side है it should expand till the maternal side. इसको maternal side की जितना बड़ा होना था, but इस condition में क्या हुआ, it is not as bigger as the maternal side when the fetal side of the placenta is smaller than the maternal side. And plus इसमें क्या हो रहा है, ये देखो यहाँ पे ये छोटा हो रहा है, and plus there is a overlapping of this amnion and chorion. You can see here in the diagram. There is this overlapping of the amnion and chorion over here. So that is a circumvallate placenta. So when we know that the fetal side is smaller than the maternal side, like यहाँ तक ये खत्म हो गया, बाकी ये जो maternal side है यहाँ पे क्या होगा, it will further lead to the fibrin deposition. अब जो जगह खाली रहेगी थी fetal side में, वहाँ पे क्या होगा, fibrin की deposition होनी start हो जाएगी. And when there is a fibrin deposition on fetal side which is empty, then it will lead to the ineffective exchange of nutrients. So nutrients का ineffective exchange होगा, जिसके कारण which will lead to the complication like abortion भी हो सकता है मदर को, antepartum hemorrhage भी हो सकता है, antepartum hemorrhage due to the premature separation, there can be a preterm delivery or IUGR. ये सब complication due to all the, if there is a formation of the fibrin, there is an infarction which will lead to all this complication. Then another type of extracorporeal placenta is a circummarginate placenta. Circummarginate placenta, so there is no thick ring. There is no thick ring of amnion and chorion. एक्स्ट्राकोरियल है मतलब फीटल साइड छोटी तो होगी, बट देयर इज नो थिक रिंग ऑफ एमनियन कोरियन. देयर इज अ स्मूथ सरफेस of the fetal side. So simply like see, I'll teach you like this. See, this is a maternal surface and this is our fetal surface. And in circummarginator, this surface is smooth. Correct? And whereas in the circumvallate placenta, maternal surface, this is fetal surface, and ये जो outer का surface है, अगर याद होगा मैंने बोला था there is a thick ring. So there is a valve-like thick ring present outside the fetal surface. So this thick ring is present outside the fetal surface, which is called as the circumvallate placenta, and this is circummarginator. I think it is clear to you. Sexochorial placenta. Then is the lobate placenta. Lobate placenta, like in some condition, what happens is, see, this is, suppose this is a placenta and this is umbilical cord, this is placenta, and there is some lobe, accessory lobe is present here, and this accessory lobe is connected to the placenta by this leash of vessels. So when, what is lobate placenta? When there is a accessory lobe which is as the same size, which is as same size of placenta. Placenta की size इतनी एक accessory lobe present है, and it is connected to the placenta by leash of vessels, and it is called as the bilobate placenta. It is called as the lobate placenta. And when there are two lobes, it is called as bilobate, and when there are three lobes, it is called as trilobate placenta. Okay, clear? And there is one another placenta, that is placenta sporia. Placenta sporia is like there is a placenta with the umbilical cord, and there is a very small accessory lobe is present, and it is not connected to placenta by any leash of vessels. So ये placenta के साथ connected नहीं है. It is called as the placenta sporia. And then there can be some another abnormalities of placenta, like annular placenta. We normally got that the normal shape of placenta is discoid in shape, but here the shape of placenta is ring shape, and in some condition there can be tumors of placenta like gestational trophoblastic disease or the chorioangioma of placenta, which we'll discuss in the our ectopic pregnancy. So this is so these all were the abnormalities of placenta. Now we are going to discuss about the abnormalities of the umbilical cord. So basically, abnormality of the umbilical cord is abnormality of the cord insertion. So in brief, we know that the length of umbilical cord is 50 to 60 centimeter, and its diameter is 2 to 2.5 centimeter, and there is one protective jelly which is made of connective tissue, which is called as Watson jelly is present, and there is no knot in the normal umbilical cord, and we know that there are two arteries and the one vein. So abnormality of the placenta, first is a battledore placenta. Like in the battledore placenta, we all know that in the normal placenta there is a, in an average placenta there is a insertion of umbilical cord through the center. So it is abnormality of the umbilical cord insertion. So in battledore, what happens is umbilical cord is attached to placenta by margin. ठीक है, वो मार्जिन से अटैच है इंस्टेड ऑफ द सेंटर. ऑन एवरेज वो क्या होती, सपोज दिस इज प्लेसेंटा, अम्बिलिकल कॉर्ड कैसे अटैच होगी, थ्रू द सेंटर, बट इन द मेटल डोर इट इज अटैच थ्रू द पेरिफेरी टू द मार्जिन. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द बैटल डोर प्लेसेंटा. सो दिस बैटल डोर प्लेसेंटा विल फर्दर लीड्स टू कॉम्प्लिकेशन. फर्स्ट इज द रिस्क ऑफ पीपीएच. पीपीएच कैसे, लाइक ड्यू टू द कॉर्ड एवर्जन, अम्बिलिकल कॉर्ड की एवर्जन होगी वाइल वी आर डिलीवरिंग द प्लेसेंटा. जब हम प्लेसेंटा निकाले तो उस टाइम पे क्या होगा, देयर इज अ कॉर्ड एवर्जन, एंड देयर इट दिस बैटल डोर प्लेसेंटा कैन आल्सो लीड टू सम अनदर एबनॉर्मलिटीज, लाइक सम अदर abnormalities like, see Rajay, suppose like this is your fetus, and this is your cord, and this is your fetus, like This is your placenta and this is our cord. Cord is inserted at the periphery and this is our fetus. So like in this condition, what will happen? So when there is in low lying implantation of placenta. Placenta हमारा क्या है? Low lying implant है. In low lying implantation of placenta, it will lead to the further condition like what abnormality further it will lead to? Like जैसे so when the fetus presenting part is coming down, like see the diagram, this fetus is coming down, so it is going to compress the umbilical cord. So there is a compression of the umbilical cord which will lead to fetal anoxia and ultimately it will lead to the fetal death. Okay, so this is a complication of Battledore placenta. And second placenta is velamentous insertion of placenta. So in the velamentous insertion of placenta, umbilical cord is not attached. Umbilical cord is not attached to the placenta directly. First, it is attached to membranes. So remember, so in velamentous, it is attached to the membrane first, and then it is attached to the placenta. सो फॉर द वेलामेंटस याद रखना, यहाँ पे वेलामेंटस इसमें एम है, सो एम से मतलब मेम्ब्रेन, ये टिप बता रही है आपको याद करने का. सो एम से मतलब मेम्ब्रेन. सो मीन्स प्लेसेंटा इज अटैच टू द मेम्ब्रेन, देन इट इज अटैच टू द umbilical cord is attached to the membrane and then it is attached to the placenta. So like in this velamentous placenta, the Watson jellies get lost in the membrane. See, like suppose this is placenta, this is our one umbilical vein and these are our two umbilical arteries, and this umbilical vein and umbilical arteries, these are surrounded by a sheath of connective tissue. This sheath of connective tissue is called as the Watson jelly. So in velamentous insertion of placenta, this Watson jelly get lost in the membrane. So it can further lead to complication. First is a cord avulsion. Cord avulsion will lead to the fetal bleeding. And when there is a fetal blood loss, it will lead to fetal anoxia and in some condition will lead to the fetal death. And another major abnormality is the vasa previa. What is vasa previa? When the fetal vessels are in front of presenting part. Okay, clear? Velamentous insertion. And now another abnormality is vasa previa. So what is vasa previa? In this, the fetus vessels, that is amnion and chorion, are in front of internal loss, or we can say that it is in front of the presenting part. But always remember that vasa previa is not synonym to the cord presentation. Like in vasa previa, the fetus vessels which are unsupported, by umbilical cord are coming in front of presenting part. So there is a difference. Okay, so this it is not synonym with the vasa previa. So the vessels which are not supported by the presenting part, it will come in front, which are not supported by the umbilical cord, it is come in front of the presenting part, that is called as the vasa previa. See, like vasa previa basically, as I have told you, that it is one of the complication of the velamentous insertion of previa. So if there is a velamentous insertion of umbilical cord and vasa previa will happen, it will lead to serious consequences. Like in vasa previa, in case of velamentous insertion of placenta, velamentous insertion of placenta matlab of umbilical cord is, what is velamentous insertion of umbilical cord? In this, we know that the umbilical cord is attached to the membrane, then it is attached to the placenta. So when this is velamentous insertion, it will further lead to the, like when the membrane ruptures, जब membrane rupture it will lead to the ruptures of vessels, so which will lead to further fetal bleeding and which will lead to the fetal death. So perinatal mortality इस केस में बहुत ज़्यादा है if there is a velamentous insertion of umbilical cord with the vasa previa. And another abnormalities of the umbilical cord is excessively long and the short umbilical cord. Long umbilical cord when the length is more than 70 centimeter. So when there is a excessive long cord, it will lead to the coiling of the cord around the neck. So it will lead to coiling of cord around neck, and its complication is it can lead to the cord prolapse. And second is the short cord when the length of umbilical cord is less than 50 centimeter, and in some condition it is usually diagnosed after delivery, and in some condition it will lead to abruptio placenta, that is premature separation of the placenta due to this condition. And then there is a single umbilical artery. We all know that there are normally there are two umbilical artery and one umbilical vein is present. So you can see here in the diagram, this is a single umbilical artery, that is one umbilical vein and one umbilical artery. So in this condition, what happens is, like in this condition, usually we diagnose it in the ultrasonography. जब ultrasonography के time पे हमें पता चल रहा है कि it is single umbilical artery, and if there is single umbilical artery, we need to find out there is a chances of the congenital anomaly, and usually there is chromosomal abnormality. So single umbilical artery, always remember, when there is a single umbilical artery, always look for congenital malformation. There are so maximum chances of congenital malformation in this condition, and it is which kind of malformation is more common? So in this condition, renal malformation is more common than the cardiovascular. So renal condition ज़्यादा predominant होती है as comparison to the cardiovascular. Like we all came to know that कि हमें पता चल गया कि it is a single umbilical artery. अगर single umbilical artery है तो, and plus there is a gross congenital abnormality, so it will lead to aneuploidy. And कौन सी aneuploidy सबसे common है? It is a trisomy 18. Very important question. So which trisomy is common in the single umbilical artery? It is trisomy 18. So like whenever we came to know that it is a single umbilical artery is present, so we will go for the targeted sonography. Targeted sonography is a very specific sonography जिसमें हर बच्चे का हर एक part, like from the eyes, head, hand, कार्डियोवास्कुलर सिस्टम, जीए सिस्टम, हर एक चीज़ को हम क्या करते हैं, इसकी असेसमेंट करते हैं. एंड इफ देर इज नो gross congenital abnormality, so then we will not do any kind of like that invasive procedure like amniocentesis, no karyotyping, हम ऐसा कुछ नहीं करेंगे. बट वी शुड बी मोर केयरफुल. हम उस मदर की ज़्यादा फॉलोअप करेंगे, हर उसको उसमें कॉम्प्लिकेशन होने के चांसेस तो होंगे, लाइक IUG वगैरह होने के चांसेस होंगे. एंड सेकेंड कंडीशन हमने की सिंगल अम्बिलिकल आर्टरी में पता चल गई थी, हमने टारगेटेड सोनोग्राफी की और उसमें हमें ग्रॉस कंजेनिटल एब्नॉर्मैलिटी मिल गई है. सो उस केस में हम क्या करेंगे, वी विल गो फॉर फर्दर इन्वेजिव टेस्ट जो डिजीज कंडीशन आएगी, एंड वी विल डू द मैनेजमेंट एज पर द कॉज. And now the last abnormality of the umbilical cord, that is knot around the neck. There are two kind of knots. One is a true, first one is a true, and second one is the false. False and true. Like this diagram, this is our false and this one is a true umbilical knot. It's like from the name it is clear. False मतलब कि हमें अल्ट्रासोनोग्राफी पर लग रहा था कि जबकि कि हाँ जी बच्चे के umbilical cord में knot है, but actually it was जब डिलीवरी पता चला ये क्या थे, it is just simply a थिकनिंग ऑफ द प्लेसेंटल मेम्ब्रेन्स. वो थिकनिंग थी जिसके कारण हमें लगा कि वो नॉट है, जैसे आप इस डायग्राम में देख सकते हैं. एंड सेकंड वन इज अ ट्रू अम्बिलिकल कॉर्ड नॉट, मतलब कि वाकई में प्रेजेंट है, एंड इट इज यूजुअली प्रेजेंट इन 1% 90% ऑफ केसेस ऐसा नहीं होगा कि अगर बच्चे के अराउंड कॉर्ड अराउंड द नेक है या नॉट है इट विल लीड टू एस्फिक्सिया, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा। बट इन सीवियर कंडीशन लाइक कॉर्ड कंप्रेशन हो जाएगी तो उस केसेस में ये होगा कि भी इट विल लीड टू द डिक्रीज इन द ब्लड सप्लाई। बट ऐसा नहीं कि हम बोलेंगे कि कॉर्ड अराउंड द नेक है तो बच्चे की उसके कारण डेथ हो जाएगी, ऐसा नहीं होगा। क्यों? बिकॉज वी ऑल नो दैट द एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेज हैपन्स अराउंड द प्लेसेंटल बैरियर पे हो रहा है, ये अम्बिलिकल कॉर्ड पे उसकी एक्सचेंज ऑफ गैसेस नहीं हो रहा है। सो विद दिस आर abnormalities of placenta and umbilical cord is finished. Thank you so much.